Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And David Zaslav is going to town, snapping DC properties all over the CW. He's definitely canceling a lot of shows. We kind of knew this was going to happen because there were comments made about how DC needed to get readjusted, refocused.
Yes.
And the CW is also rumored to be up for sale. And also there are reasons behind it because I guess the studios they were using to film these shows, the lease was coming up and he didn't want to spend
Basically, and that's what it turns out to be. Everybody's like, oh, it's racism. Never mind, the shows didn't do well. It's actually because they didn't want to renew the contract on the studio stages.
Yeah, so pretty much everything at the CW, not everything, but a lot of shows got snapped. And again, this is probably because they're looking to offload it at some point. We're going to talk about
this. There were a lot of shows that got it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 267,000 subs.
Woohoo!
Thank you for the support. Yeah, I missed the woohoo. People miss the woohoo.
Sorry.
When you're not here, you got to get the woohoo.
Well, you should do a pre-recorded woohoo, and then you can hit a button.
I need
and
a
I'll be
woohoo
like,
button.
woo! And I'll be excited to think I'm here and I'm not.
Yeah, I'd get excited too. I think you're here and you're not. Woohoo! Oh, she's not here. She went shopping. Shopping's more important than me. Anyway,
True.
We said it's true.
That's not true, is it?
Okay. So yeah, David Zaslav canceling lots of stuff, canceling lots of people. I did a video the other day that he fired the head of Cartoon Network. I don't think it's been announced yet if there's going to be a replacement. He fired the head of TNT and TBS and all that. And
yeah, I think some of them they said they aren't replacing.
No. So that tells me that now with TNT, I guess they did put somebody else in charge, but I think they're going to consolidate a lot of these networks.
I think so.
And there's not going to be much left. I think it's basically going to be like Discovery and like, you know, we're going to have a Warner channel and maybe a TBS, TNT. Because TBS and TNT are already overlapping anyway because TNT was like an offshoot. There's too many T's. And there's no Ted Turner anymore anyway, so they don't need these. Anyway, DC Comics properties at the CW have been affected. Batwoman got canceled. Legends of Tomorrow
But they
got
were already
canceled.
canceled before, I thought.
No, he made sure that they were done. They were talking.
Oh, I know they were like, yeah, but I mean, I thought they were already going to be canceled previously.
They talked about the future of Batwoman being up in the air, but this definitely when he came in was like, yep, this one's done and this one's done and this one's done.
Legends of Tomorrow has been going on for years. I mean, honestly, that one I think is well past when it should have been canceled, to be fair.
I watched the first season.
I watched a lot past that.
I like Captain Cold. And once he quit the show, didn't he?
They killed him.
They killed him?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he was like the best character.
It's been a while. I saw it. But yeah, he's no longer on the show. And, you know, I watched it. I forget how many seasons I watched. I haven't watched the last 2 or 3 years, though.
I was just like, how the hell do we take what was a throwaway character, Sarah, who was like a throwaway character on Arrow, and spin it off into like a whole show with time travel? And
it actually wasn't bad, though.
Yeah, it was. I mean, what I saw of it, it was pretty funny. The first season was actually pretty good.
I mean, I didn't even care about some people get mad about, you know, like, oh, it's very woke. And it kind of was. But it was actually funny. And I liked it. I just stopped watching it because I just didn't have time and didn't care anymore. But it's been around for years and years and years.
Oh,
I mean, it's definitely time for that one to retire.
Yeah, I think Flash is actually due for a mercy killing, but it's still, I guess Flash is still going and Superman and Lois is still going.
But that one's newer.
Yeah, but I think they're looking at those like, again, you look at how Zaslav talked about how he wanted to focus on the core like DC and it's like, oh, Flash and Superman. Let's focus on these characters because they're characters everybody knows. But like Legends of Tomorrow, who gives a shit? Batwoman, who gives a shit?
Well, Legends of Tomorrow wasn't that bad actually. But when I saw it, it could have gone completely horrible since I've seen it. But yeah, these are shows that they weren't performing. A lot of it is, you know, Legends of Tomorrow I think still was performing, but a lot of them just when you look at the numbers, they were not doing well.
No, they
canceled a lot of shows that no one gave a shit about. I mean, some people did obviously, but I mean. Overall.
Bots. They're all bots. There's not real people that like Batwoman.
It's nothing to do with racism and everything to do with saving money.
So let's talk about that because Naomi, right? This is
never saw this one.
Nobody did. This is like a brand new DC Comics character created like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and immediately They fast tracked a TV show with Ava DuVernay, I guess, is running it.
Oh, shocker!
I forgot it was even a thing. I don't give a shit.
Never would have guessed it was her.
Now here's the thing though. Naomi is actually named after Dwayne McDuffie, and I can't say enough good things about Dwayne McDuffie. He actually gave me and I think I've said this before. He gave me my first portfolio review when I was a teenager, and very professional, very nice guy, very encouraging. I can't picture this guy being mean to anybody. So, I mean, in that regard, it was cool that they actually named the character after him. That being said, it felt like they already had plans to do this show before the comic was even produced. It's like, oh, well, we got to base it on a comic book, so let's make a comic book first, and then, yeah, we'll just wink, wink, green light, fast track that one.
I don't know, but they're canceling it, and everybody's yelling about it and saying it's racist.
Everybody's canceled. So here's the reason why. Besides, David Zaslav just trying to save as much money as he can and cutting all the dead weight. According to comicbook.com, these shows were canceled because the lease was up. They no longer wanted to pay the leases on the studio space, which expired on May 1st. So given the previous report regarding Warner Brothers Discovery, after its merger, the idea of the company wanting to cut certain expenses might not be that surprising.
No, they want billions, $3 billion they want to cut?
$3 billion.
And they might also sell. CW are trying to sell it.
Yeah. They said reports have indicated that Warner Brothers is cutting back on scripted programming on TNT and TBS. They're cutting all of it. And that DC's Wonder Twins HBO Max movie might have been canceled along the way.
Does anybody really care? Let's be honest.
They'd ruin it. Well, the Wonder Twins comic. So they did a Wonder Twins comic, and I guess it was like super pervy. I'm like, how do you make the Wonder Twins pervy? I mean, I'm
sure they found a way. How do we make these podcasts pervy? But we do.
Not intentionally. Sometimes just
nature finds a way.
Sometimes
Neon finds a way.
Sometimes the content just lends itself to a funny nutsack joke.
You're always so preoccupied with whether you could. You don't take into account whether you should.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sometimes I shouldn't go there. Sometimes it's bad touch time, and we don't want that.
Anyway, so the Wonder Twins isn't coming, maybe, possibly.
No, I'm really glad.
After I said it, I knew. Okay.
The Wonder Twins aren't coming. No, they aren't. No, they aren't.
Look at his face. It came out of my mouth.
Oh.
Okay, continue.
Still, the report might not make the news of Batwoman and Legends cancellation sting any less, especially as both shows wrapped up their respective seasons earlier this spring on somewhat ambiguous endings.
I thought they were going to get rid of them. They were talking months ago they were going to cancel both of them.
There were rumors ever since it came out that they were looking to sell off the CW, and that's before Discovery took over. There were rumors that they would cancel a bunch of these shows, but I mean, that's show business. I mean, anymore, like, I think with any show, you need to be prepared to be like one and done. Like, this season tells the story and we're done.
Well, this is interesting. This proves they were going to get rid of it. The cliffhanger wasn't CW's fault. It's mine. The Legends showrunner wrote on Twitter shortly after the cancellation news broke, I played chicken with the pickup and lost. So the reason that ended on a cliffhanger was they did it on purpose because they were trying to get them to pick it up or get people to demand to pick up. And I admittedly knew it was coming, knew the cancellation was coming, still decided to go that way, playing chicken with the network, and the network was like, too bad.
You don't play chicken with David Zaslav, he will fire your ass.
Well, they admitted it. I played chicken with the pickup and lost. Hopefully the story can continue in another form, TV, movie, or comic or something. Podcast or something.
So now Legends of Tomorrow is trending because fans start a petition and they buy a lot of billboard or a lot of billboards.
Well, here's the thing. It's okay when they do it. Obviously, they're toxic.
Snyder fans.
It must be bots. Somebody stop them, because if you buy a billboard, that means you're a toxic fan. How dare you?
If it's the right fandom, they're not called alt-right Nazis. If it's the right fandom, and
they're putting, but hey, I'll give them, they're putting their money where their mouth is. But Legends,
I can appreciate that. Yeah.
I can respect that. Yeah. But Legends, it really is like, it's 7 years, people.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a one and done. Like, we're going to have our kind of our filler series, and then we're going to be done. And it just keeps going. Going.
Well, not now. I mean, I'll respect them for doing a billboard, but because hey, we always respect people who put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah.
But I just think it's funny. It's okay when they do it, and no one's calling them names.
So, I mean, they could theoretically come back to it on like HBO Max or something and do a movie. But I think what's going to happen, I'm going to tell you the truth, whether it's a situation with the CW shows or it's a situation with the Snyderverse, David Zaslav said he is looking to basically course correct all of DC. That means the comics, that means the shows, that means the movies. And I think he wants to do something closer to what Disney has done with Marvel, but not fuck it up like they have. That everything is just kind of like, okay, this is Superman. Whether you read Superman in the comic book or you watch him on a TV show or you see him in a movie, Superman is Superman, you know?
Yeah.
And that's it. Batman is Batman.
Somebody has to do it because Marvel's not doing that either.
Marvel's not doing it either. Now they're like multiverse. Everybody's everything, everywhere, all at once. Yeah, so it wasn't just the DC shows that got cut, though. They cut... These are all remakes. Roswell, New Mexico.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I knew they brought back Charmed.
Charmed. The 4400. Wasn't the 4400 like from like 10
I
years ago?
didn't know they brought
on?
it back.
Brought
Dynasty?
It back.
Wait, Dynasty like Dynasty?
Dynasty, yes, like Dynasty. They're all remakes. Good. I'm glad they canceled them.
I'm just like, I didn't even know. The only one I knew about was Charmed, and it looked like trash. So I didn't even know about the other ones. I'm just like, I don't even care. Whatever. Don't care.
Oh my God.
I just think it's funny that people are losing their shit and blaming on racism and all this other crap when it's just because they didn't want to pay for the studio space.
Not about the cancellations, blame streaming, but also its unusual corporate structure. No, blame David Zaslav, who's like, this show sucks. No, it's not making money.
Blame the people making the show because it didn't do it well enough to keep.
Like I said, if you're going to do a show in this day and age anymore, like there's no guarantee you're going to get a second season. You better tell a good story, beginning, middle, end with your first season. If you're lucky enough to get a second season, then that's your second book and you do another
One thing I like about shows, like I watch K-dramas and stuff a lot, is a lot of these other places like the Asian TV, sometimes they have more than one season, but a lot of times it's a self-contained story in so many episodes in one season. And then it's on to something else. And I like that. I do. I like that quite a bit because you can sit down. Sometimes they're really long and sometimes they're shorter, but you get like the show as one show and then, okay, good, let's on to the next.
Yeah, and it's that way with a lot of anime series, except for Dragon Ball, One Piece, is going forever. But a lot of anime series aren't shonen series. It's usually a one and done. Mm-hmm. And then they just kind of or it's like, okay, if they do another season, it's like a sequel series to that,
right? Or a spin-off in some way,
right?
It is kind of some of these shows, like I think they get long overdue for cancellation.
Then you just have lots of filler and lots of Anyway, I think
this episode of our show.
I think the CW is long overdue for cancellation in general.
Yes.
So I think before it's all said and done, it's gonna get snapped.
But they're still moving ahead with the Powerpuff Girls live action. So
I think that's wishful thinking. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm just like,
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I can see where the fans of these shows be really offended because you're getting rid of these shows, but you're gonna keep moving ahead on that one that everybody thought was a bad idea. I can kind of understand why they'd be a little upset with that.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted.
Wait,
she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
Better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him. Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.